If you truly want to understand where the next wave of generational wealth is coming from, then you simply cannot afford to miss this. Because Hedera HBAR is not just another altcoin. It's the silent giant, waking up to reveal its true, overwhelming power. Welcome, fellow pioneers. Today, we pull back the curtain on something truly monumental. Something that the mainstream crypto media is either ignoring or completely misrepresenting. We're talking about Hedera HBAR, and why it's not just competing with giants like Ethereum, but is actually set to dominate the crypto market in a way that will redefine industries for years to come. I know that's a bold claim. But what if the metrics we've been taught to value, retail adoption, social media buzz, are completely missing the point? What if the real battlefield is institutional adoption? Today, you will discover 1. Why Hedera's revolutionary technology makes Ethereum look like a horse and buggy in the age of supercars. 2. The shocking list of Fortune 500 companies and governments already building their future on Hedera Hashgraph. And perhaps most critically, the secret sauce that ensures Hedera's dominance isn't just a dream, but an inevitable, irreversible reality. This isn't just about price pumps. This is about understanding the fundamental shifts happening right now, shaping the financial landscape for the next century. This is about protecting your future and seizing an opportunity few understand. Now, many of you holding Ethereum or even Bitcoin might be thinking, but my blockchain is fast enough, right? Or my network has enough users. But here's the unsettling truth. The very architecture that made early blockchains revolutionary is now their greatest limitation. Imagine building a towering skyscraper, but only being able to use one elevator for everyone. It works for a while, but what happens when millions, then billions of people want to use it simultaneously? That's the unseen wall, the scalability ceiling, that most of the crypto market is about to smash into. Ethereum, for all its brilliance, is still fundamentally a blockchain. It's limited by its sequential processing of blocks. But what if there was a completely different kind of digital ledger? One not built like a rigid chain of blocks, but like something entirely organic? Something that grows stronger, faster, and more efficient with every single transaction? The answer to that question reveals why Hedera HBAR is positioned not just to compete, but to utterly dominate. Stick with me, because the implications are staggering. Let's dive into the core of this. When we talk about crypto, most people picture a blockchain. Think of it like a train, where each new block is a new car added to the back of the train. Every transaction has to wait for its turn in a block, and then that block has to be verified by everyone in sequence. It's secure, yes, but it's inherently slow and expensive when traffic gets heavy. Ethereum, even with its recent upgrades, still fundamentally operates on this principle. Now, imagine something entirely different. Imagine a network that doesn't just process transactions sequentially, but processes them concurrently. That's the Hedera Hashgraph. Instead of a train, think of it like a bustling hive of bees, constantly gossiping with each other. This gossip about gossip mechanism means transactions are processed in parallel, almost instantly, leading to blinding speeds. We're talking about 10,000 transactions per second, TPS, right now, on Hedera. And here's the kicker, it's throttle to that, meaning it can go faster. Compare that to Ethereum, which even with its latest enhancements, hovers around 30 to 50 TPS. It's like comparing a supercomputer to a calculator. For enterprise-grade applications, for global supply chains, for tokenizing billions in real-world assets, 30 TPS is a non-starter. Hedera Hashgraph offers the speed and scalability that enterprises desperately need, without sacrificing security. That's why it's not just an improvement, it's a paradigm shift. But speed alone isn't enough. There's a hidden cost that's crippling other networks, a cost Hedera HBAR has virtually eliminated, making it the undeniable choice for the future. You see, beyond speed, there are two other critical factors that are deciding who wins the long game in crypto: cost and environmental impact. Many older blockchain networks consume a staggering amount of energy. It's like powering a small country just to process transactions. This isn't just bad for the planet, it's a non-starter for multinational corporations who have strict ESG, environmental, social, and governance targets. And then there's the cost. Ever tried to send a transaction on Ethereum during peak network congestion? It can cost you tens, even hundreds of dollars in gas fees. For mass adoption, for micropayments, this is completely unsustainable. It's like paying limousine prices for a quick trip to the grocery store. So, how does Hedera HBAR address these monumental challenges? How has it built a network that is not only lightning fast but also incredibly cheap and environmentally conscious? The answer lies in its unique architecture, and it's something almost no other network can genuinely claim. This is where Hedera Hashgraph truly shines and differentiates itself. Because of its efficient gossip consensus mechanism, Hedera consumes an incredibly tiny amount of energy per transaction. In fact, it's not just energy efficient. Hedera is a carbon-negative network. They actively purchase carbon offsets, making them a net positive for the environment. This is a fundamental design choice that aligns perfectly with the sustainability goals of the world's largest companies. But let's talk about the money. While Ethereum gas fees can spike, pushing transaction costs into the stratosphere, Hedera HBAR transactions cost a fraction of a penny. We're talking about a fixed $0.0001 per transaction, consistently. This predictability and ultra-low cost are game changers. Imagine processing millions of payments, securing vast supply chains, or verifying billions of IoT data points, each for essentially free. This fixed, incredibly low fee, combined with near-instant finality, transactions are confirmed in 3 to 5 seconds, means that Hedera Hashgraph provides the cost-effective, high-throughput solution that global businesses demand. They don't want surprises, they want certainty. And Hedera delivers. But even with superior tech, what truly sets Hedera HBAR apart isn't just its code, it's who's behind the code. And the names on this list might just shock you. In the crypto world, we often talk about decentralization. And rightly so. But for large regulated enterprises, the kind of companies that move trillions of dollars and underpin global economies, true, unfiltered decentralization can sometimes feel chaotic, even risky. They need stability, predictable governance, and a clear chain of accountability. They can't just throw their multi-billion-dollar operations onto a network governed by anonymous internet users with no oversight. This is the dirty little secret of enterprise blockchain adoption, trust and accountability. And this is precisely where Hedera HBAR has played its hand masterfully, creating a governance model unlike any other. It's not just a bunch of anonymous coders. It's a literal who's who of global powerhouses. But who exactly are these companies? What do they gain by sitting on the governing council of Hedera Hashgraph? And why does their involvement virtually guarantee Hedera's long-term dominance, overshadowing even the most established crypto networks? The answers will reveal the true strategic positioning of Hedera HBAR. Here's the game changer. Hedera Hashgraph isn't just a decentralized network, it's governed by a council of up to 39 globally recognized organizations. We're talking about names like Google, IBM, Boeing, Dell, LG, Wipro, Standard Bank, Shinhan Bank, DLA Piper, and many more. These aren't just partners, they are the network's governors. Think of it like this: Ethereum is open source. Anybody can build on it. That's powerful for grassroots innovation. But Hedera HBAR adds another layer, a global council, each member having an equal vote in the network's direction and codebase. This structure provides the stability, legal clarity, and enterprise-grade governance that multi-billion-dollar companies demand. It's like having the board of directors from the world's biggest corporations actively guiding the development of the internet's next layer. Why does this matter? Because these companies aren't just investing, they're building on Hedera. They're deploying solutions that leverage Hedera's unique speed, low cost, and security. When Google, a titan of tech, is running a Hedera node, it sends an unmistakable signal to the market. It's a stamp of approval from the highest echelons of global industry. This isn't theoretical adoption, this is real-world, enterprise-level integration. It's the silent force that will propel Hedera HBAR to dominate the crypto market. But what are these global giants actually doing with Hedera? The use cases are far more pervasive and critical than you can imagine, touching industries you interact with every single day. When you think about crypto, you might think about trading, NFTs, or maybe DeFi. But what if the true power of this technology lies in the invisible infrastructure it provides? The backbone for global systems that quietly hum in the background, making your life smoother, safer, and more efficient. The enterprises on Hedera's governing council aren't just playing around with NFTs. They are integrating Hedera Hashgraph into their core operations. They're building solutions for digital identity, supply chain management, real-world asset tokenization, micropayments, and even central bank digital currencies. These are the kinds of applications that will impact billions of people, not just crypto enthusiasts. But how can a single distributed ledger technology underpin such a diverse range of critical global operations? What makes Hedera HBAR the go-to choice for these high-stakes, high-volume applications? This is where the real story of dominance begins to unfold. Let's get concrete. The applications being built on Hedera Hashgraph are not just theoretical white papers. They are live, operational solutions impacting real industries. Take supply chain management. Companies like Avery Dennison are using Hedera to track millions of items, ensuring authenticity and transparency from factory to consumer. Imagine knowing definitively where your food came from, or if that luxury good is truly authentic. This is a multi-trillion-dollar problem, and Hedera is solving it. Then there's digital identity. Governments and financial institutions are exploring how Hedera can provide secure, self-sovereign digital identities. No more endless passwords or risky data breaches. Your identity, controlled by you, on a secure ledger. We're also seeing massive strides in real-world asset, RWA tokenization. Think fractional ownership of real estate, bonds, even fine art, all managed on Hedera. BlackRock's ICS Treasury Fund, for example, is already exploring connections to the Hedera network for tokenization. This unlocks trillions of dollars in illiquid assets, making them accessible to a global market. This is a revolution in finance, and Hedera HBAR is at the forefront. And perhaps most tellingly, central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. Hedera's technology is being piloted for cross-border payments and stablecoin transfers by major financial institutions like the Australian RBA and Shinhan Bank. When central banks are kicking the tires on your tech, you know you're playing in the big leagues. These are just a few examples. The common thread? These applications demand immense speed, ultra-low cost, uncompromising security, and enterprise-grade governance. They demand Hedera Hashgraph. We've peeled back the layers today, exposing the quiet revolution underway. We've seen how Hedera HBAR stands head and shoulders above its peers, not just in theory, but in cold, hard, real-world utility. Its Hashgraph technology obliterates the scalability and cost limitations that plague even the most advanced blockchains like Ethereum. Its unique, enterprise-grade governing council provides the trust and stability that trillion-dollar corporations demand. And its pervasive real-world use cases, from supply chains to CBDCs, are already reshaping industries. This isn't about hoping for a speculative pump. This is about recognizing the fundamental infrastructure layer that the global economy is slowly but surely building upon. While many are chasing the next meme coin, the titans of industry are quietly choosing Hedera Hashgraph as their foundation for the future. The writing is on the wall. The partnerships are being forged. The transactions are flowing. Hedera HBAR is not set to dominate. It is dominating the most critical high-value segments of the crypto market. Its rise isn't a question of if, but when the wider world wakes up to this undeniable truth. This is the moment to position yourself, to understand the seismic shift happening before our very eyes. You now possess a clarity that few in the crypto space have. You understand the real drivers behind Hedera HBAR's inevitable dominance. This isn't just a video, it's a wake-up call, an invitation to be on the right side of history. Don't be the one looking back in 5 years, wishing you had understood this today. The future of finance, identity, and data is being built right now, and Hedera Hashgraph is the bedrock. Make sure you're part of it. If you found this deep dive valuable, smash that like button, subscribe for more insights the mainstream won't tell you, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next crucial update. And for those who want to understand exactly how to capitalize on this, make sure you watch our next video, where we break down BAR's next 10x move, a must-watch for anyone serious about their crypto portfolio. Your financial future depends on understanding these shifts. Don't be left behind.